History and culture, parachutes and flight. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between towering mountains, lived many curious and adventurous children. On this day, they gathered around the wise and kind Madame Z to learn about an extraordinary invention that changed history, the parachute. The wise Madame Z introduced them to Leonardo da Vinci, a talented inventor from faraway Italy who lived centuries ago. She opened his backpack, filled with strange, intriguing artifacts, revealing a drawing of a man jumping from the sky with a large umbrella-like device. The children marveled at the unusual drawing and asked how such a thing could be possible. Madame Z smiled and explained that Leonardo believed humans could fly like birds if only they had the right device to help them fall safely. One daring child decided to test the theory himself. He climbed to the top of a tall wooden platform and jumped off, holding onto a makeshift parachute made from sheets tied together. The villagers watched in amazement as he floated gently to the ground. The crowd erupted in cheers and applause. The brave child laughed with excitement and joy, knowing he had made history. From that day on, the villagers called him Flying Boy, and his amazing feat was passed down through generations. Madame Z reminded the children that this incredible invention eventually led to parachutes being used in wars and rescues all over the world. The children listened intently, curious about how this simple tool could save lives. Just as their eyes widened with wonder, Madame Z told them about how the parachute helped make space travel possible. The children gasped in amazement as they imagined floating gently back to Earth after a journey among the stars. Madame Z explained that parachutes have not only helped astronauts, but also brave rescuers who risk their lives to save others from danger. The children nodded solemnly, realizing the true impact of this invention on history and culture. As the sun began to set, the children went home inspired by Leonardo da Vinci's daring invention. One little girl stayed behind, determined to create her own version of the parachute. She spent hours sketching and redesigning until she had a prototype of her very own. The next day, the girl proudly showed off her creation to her friends. They cheered her on as she climbed to the top of a nearby hill and jumped off with her homemade parachute. The crowd watched in anticipation as the girl gently floated to the ground. The village children were awestruck by her achievement. They couldn't believe that one of their own had created such an amazing invention. The girl beamed with pride and joy, knowing that she followed in Leonardo da Vinci's footsteps and made a difference in her community. As they went home that evening, the village children talked about the incredible story of Leonardo da Vinci and the young girl who followed in his footsteps. They marveled at how one invention could change history and inspire generations. The children dreamt of inventing their own amazing creations to make the world a better place.